Hello, welcome to another lecture. In this lecture we will see properties of discrete Fourier transform. Let us start with linearity property. Linearity property says if x1n has discrete Fourier transform x1k, x2n has discrete Fourier transform x2k, then ax1n plus bx2n will have DFT as ax1k plus bx2k, where this a and b are constants. Next is shifting in time domain. So if xn has DFT as xk, then x of n minus n naught will have DFT as e to the power minus j n naught k 2 pi by n, where this n is fundamental period x of k. X of n plus n naught will have DFT as e to the power j n naught k 2 pi by n. Again this n is fundamental period. Multiply with x of k. Let us see one example. Let us say xn is 1, 2, 1, 0, means value at n equal to 0 is 1, at n equal to 1 is 2, at n equal to 2 is 1, and at n equal to 3 it is 0. So, as we know, in DFT, signal is periodic and discrete in time domain as well as in frequency domain. So, it will be periodic, but in this we have seen only within a single fundamental period. So this 1, 2, 1, 0 will repeat itself after every fundamental period, which is n equal to 4. So again 1, 2, 1, 0, and previously also 1, 2, 1, 0. So it is repeating from n minus infinity up to infinity. So we are just writing the value of a single fundamental period. So x of n minus 2 means shifting signal with the 2 second in the right hand side direction. So x of n minus 2 we can write as this value of 0 will be shifted at n equal to 2, value of 1 will be shifted at n equal to 3, means this 1 and 2 at n equal to 2 and n equal to 3, and value of minus 1 which was 0 will came at n equal to 1, and value of minus 2 which was 1 will came at n equal to 0. So as it is periodic, so there will be this circular shifting. So x of n minus 2 is 1, 0, 1, 2. It will be repeated here again 1, 0, 1, 2. Previously also 1, 0, 1, 2 from minus infinity up to infinity. So by time shifting property we can say x of n minus 2 has discrete Fourier transform as e to the power minus j 2 pi by n k x of k. So we know for a 4 cross 4 DFT the matrix is this. So for xn we can calculate xk directly multiplying this xn with this 4 cross 4 DFT matrix. So this xk will be 4 minus 2j 0 and 2j, and x of n minus 2 for x of n minus 2, let us say, so xk is this, and x of n minus 2 because of time shifting property it will have DFT as e to the power minus j 2k 2 pi by 4. This 4 was fundamental period multiplied with x of k, so it was e to the power minus jk pi x of k. It is minus 1 to the power k x of k, so it became 4, 2j, 0 and minus 2j. Now directly by calculating this DFT of x of n minus 2, as we know this x of n minus 2 was 1, 0, 1 and 2, it was 4, 2j, 0 and minus 2j, so we can see these both are same. So this is how we can find correct result from time shifting property of discrete Fourier transform. Next is shifting in frequency domain. So if xn has a discrete Fourier transform as xk, then e to the power j 2 pi by n k naught n xn will have DFT as x of k minus k naught, and e to the power minus j 2 pi by n k naught n xn will have DFT as x of k plus k naught. So in this case one example is, let us say e to the power minus j 2 pi by n 3n. Let us say here k naught is 3 3n x of n, it will have DFT as x of k plus 3. So xn is again the same 1, 2, 1 and 0. Its xk is 4 minus 2j, 0 and 2j, and xk plus 3 will be again shifting left hand side, yk equal to 3. So value of 3 will came value at 0, and this 2j will came at 0, and again value of 4 will came at 1, value of 5 will came at 2, and so on. So x of k plus 3 will be this. So now we can see from here, or let us solve this left hand side, that e to the power minus j 2 pi by n 3n x of n. This was having dft as a 2j, 4 minus 2j and 0. This is what we have calculated by x of k plus 3. Now if we solve this, then it will be to the power minus j 2 pi by n is 4, 3n x of n. So when we will calculate it will came 1, 2j, minus 1 and 0. Now calculating x of k, let us say this as x2k. Again it is 4 cross 4. So take 4 cross 4 DFT matrix 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 minus j minus 1, j 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1, 1 j minus 1 minus j, multiply with 1, 2j minus 1 and 0. So this x to k will came 2j, 4 minus 2j and 0. Now next is time reversal property. So if xn has a discrete Fourier transform xk, then x of minus n will have discrete Fourier transform as x of minus k. X of minus n we can write as x of n minus n. This is fundamental period. And x of minus k we can write as x of capital N minus k. Next is conjugation symmetry property. So conjugation symmetry property says if xn has discrete Fourier transform as xk, then x conjugate of n will have discrete Fourier transform as x conjugate of minus k, or we can write x conjugate of n minus k. So if xn is real, it means x conjugate of n is xn, means x conjugate of minus k is x conjugate of n minus k will be same as x of k. Now next is after conjugation symmetry property we have this convolution in time domain. So if x1n has discrete Fourier transform x1k and x2n has discrete Fourier transform x2k, then x1n convolution with x2n will have discrete Fourier transform as x1k multiplied with x2k. Convolution in one domain results in multiplication in another domain. Next is multiplication in time domain. So again x1 has x1k, x2n has x2k, then x1n multiplied with x2n will have dft as 1 by n x1k convolved with x2k. Next is autocorrelation property. So we know autocorrelation Rx of n is given as k minus infinity to infinity xk x of k minus n. Autocorrelation means relation of signal with itself. Autocorrelation means relation of signal with itself at two different time instants. So Rx of n is summation k minus infinity to infinity xk x of k minus n, and we know xn convolved with xn is summation k minus infinity to infinity x of n minus k. So this is autocorrelation property. So here we can write, this is again convolution xn convolved with x of n only. This is summation k minus infinity to infinity xk x of n minus k. So we can say this Rx of n is xn convolved with x of minus n. If here we will replace n with minus n, then here we can see it became k minus n. So this is autocorrelation property. Next is time expansion property. If xn has discrete Fourier transform as xk, then x of n divided by m will have discrete Fourier transform xk repeated m times. Next is frequency expansion property. If a signal is replicated by m, its discrete Fourier transform is 0 interpolated and scaled by m. It means xn repeated m times, then it will have discrete Fourier transform m multiplied with x of k by m, or we can write as x of k by m is have inverse dTft as 1 by m xn repeated by m times.